Good morning, folks. The time is 9:10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 16th of April. I had to check that. 2025. Or that's the 17th if you're on the other side of the planet there, like my friends in Melbourne. I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. And you, my friends, you're you, of course. And you're awesome because you made this group awesome. Well, there's actually two groups, but we'll call it a group. And you know that group? It's like about 650,000 folks if we count the two groups, because there's two groups. And I call that the funniest city on the internet, my friends. Population, you and I. We're funny people. We're living in a funny place, and we're making people laugh, my friends. I have to ask you to bear with me this morning. I'm a little tired. I'm feeling pretty good, just tired. Worked a hockey game last night, and when I get home from a hockey game, it's hard to unwind right away. I just can't get right to bed. I get home around 11 o'clock, and I'm going to be up for at least a few more hours. And then I always get up early because I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's like, hey, get up. It's time to get up. It's like, no, it's not. But anyways, little tired this morning. Other than that, I'm feeling okay. Way better than I was a few days ago. If you folks were watching these videos, I felt like death warmed over. But yep, definite improvement there. And as Michelle Finnerty mentioned, it's probably because Wendy's back from Mexico. Wendy, my beautiful, wonderful wife, that just recharged me. But yeah, so feeling great, except for I'm tired. So if I seem a little slow on the uptake, well, I am. But I'll do my best, folks. I'll do my best. It's going to be a short one today, or at least a regular one today. No extra stuff, I don't think. But we do have a couple of great posts to share today. But I want to know what you're doing today. Oh, I should mention that hockey game I worked last night. Flames played fantastic. They won the game in a shootout. It was really exciting game. But unfortunately, they were still eliminated from playoff contention because they were just neck and neck with a couple of other teams, and it came right down to the last game for us, or it's our last home game, I should say. We still have another game on the road, but it was so close that it came right down to the second last game, and we needed two other teams to lose last night, and they both won. So, despite playing a fantastic game against the Vegas Golden Knights and winning, we were still eliminated from playoff contention. But what a great season they had. I don't know if you follow hockey, folks. I don't know if you follow hockey at all. And even if you do, I don't know if you follow the Flames. But they weren't expected to do well at all this year. It was kind of a rebuilding year. But they did way better than anyone expected them to. They won, I think, over 40 games. And great season for this team, for a team that wasn't expected to have a good season. And I'm really excited for next year because all the pieces seem to be in place for just a great season. Because if the season was this good and they got even more talent coming in, it's going to be great, folks. Not funny or anything like that, but it's what I did yesterday. Today I have the day off. I am so tired, but I don't nap, so I might as well do something. But I just don't know what that's going to be yet. I might do some grocery shopping, but other than that, no real plans today. But folks, what are you doing today? I heard from my mom yesterday. She said nothing different happening today than any other day. So she just sent in a cool picture of my adopted fur brother, Rufus. He's such a good boy. Look at that. He's such a cutie. This dog is the nicest dog. He's so gentle, and he's a little bit of a marshmallow, but that's Rufus. So thanks, Mom. Absolutely. I love Rufus, folks. He's such a good pooch. And Michelle Finnerty commented on yesterday's video. So she commented that, probably Wendy coming back from Mexico recharged me, and I think she's right. I do think she's right. But also, she said, she didn't do much yesterday, but hey, today's another day. Absolutely, But what are you doing, folks? Why don't you just leave a comment on this video, letting us know what you're doing today? We don't need details. I'm not keeping a dossier on you or anything. If I was, I wouldn't be asking here. But yeah, it'd be just kind of interesting. We'd like to make that connection, folks. So what's happening in your life today? All right, folks, I got a couple of great posts that I want to show you today. These are posts from people, you probably heard these names before. We've got Sue Ocheski and we've got Corey Buckner. Both folks whose posts have been shared here before. That was hard to say. And also both folks that post a lot of great stuff to the group, both groups actually. So we're going to start off with Corey's, because we're going to go alphabetically. We're going to start off with Corey and his post. Let me bring that up right away here. Just got to learn how to use my hands. Oh my gosh, absolutely. At work, I wear a white shirt, and they have I usually grab dinner there. I'm always eating, leaning over, because I know I'm going to paint my shirt with whatever I'm eating. I am this kind of artist, my friend. Corey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. And that made me laugh. And that's why these posts get featured, because they made me laugh. Really appreciate that, Corey. Thanks for making me laugh. And I'm sure you made some other people laugh with that too. And the next one is from Sue Ocheski. Let me bring that one up. And okay. It's just a joke, folks. It's lighthearted, so I hope nobody gets upset. It is meant lighthearted, as a lighthearted joke, and that's all it is. And I absolutely laughed, and that's all I got to say. I'm not going to explain it, but I'm sure you can figure it out for yourself. Thank you so very much, Sue. Thank you, Corey. Really appreciate that. Thanks for making me and other people laugh. And folks, keep sending your stuff in. That's all it takes to get featured, is to be funny. And come on, share. That's what the group's all about. It's about sharing your funny stuff and enjoying the funny stuff that other people shared, folks. That's what these groups are about. So don't be shy. All right, folks, you know what? Let's take a look at where we are. I think I told you what time it was. And then I told you what the date was, of course, on my side of the planet. And then we told you what the date was on the other side of the planet. Hello, Melbourne. And then I told you about my day. I told you about that heartbreaker last night for the Flames. I mean, fantastic game. Fantastic season. But eliminated from playoff contention. And then I asked about your day. I showed you a great photo of my adopted fur brother, Rufus. Such a good dog. Such a good dog. And then I told you Michelle had a nothing much happening kind of day, which is always a relaxing kind of day yesterday. And that, who knows what today brings. And then I asked about your day, folks. Come on. Don't hesitate. Why don't you share with me? I would be happy to hear about your day. And maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. I gotta have stuff to talk about in these videos, my friends. And let's see. And then after that, we featured two posts. Two great posts. One from Corey Buckner and one from Sue Ocheski. Thank you very much, folks. And folks, share your stuff. Make people laugh. Get your post featured here. And then I think we got to here. And from here, my friends, the only place to go is to the bad jokes. How do you light up a sports stadium with a soccer match? I told a bad chemistry joke once. I got no reaction. I went to buy some camouflage pants yesterday, but I couldn't find any. I failed math so many times at school, I can't even count. It takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. The easiest time to add insult to injury is when you're signing someone's cast. My therapist says I have a preoccupation with revenge. We'll see about that. 250 pounds on Earth is 95.5 pounds on Mercury. I'm not fat. I'm on the wrong planet. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know, and I don't care. I read that exercise helps a person with decision making, and you know what? It's true. I went jogging yesterday, and I immediately decided I'm not doing this again. Thanks for coming back for the jokes. Thanks for laughing at the jokes. Thanks for not hating me for the jokes. Just thanks for the jokes, folks. I do have folks to thank for jokes. I gotta quit talking like that. Gotta thank my friend Dave Knapp. Once again, a couple of those jokes were from Dave Knapp. And then after that, I did search the internet, plumbing it for some jokes. Then I grabbed a few jokes from these folks. Dad Says Jokes. The funniest yet from the Instagram sensation at Dad Says Jokes. Not affiliated with these folks or anything. I'm not trying to sell this or anything. Well, why not? I mean, I've got jokes from them, so I definitely want to show my sources. And see, it's actually pretty good. I've got two of these jokes. Two of these joke books, and this is the second. This is the My second one that I'm going through, I'm about halfway through. The other one I got through pretty quick, but they are really good. So I'm not being paid by them. They don't even know I exist. But I know they exist, and I want to say thank you because I use their jokes. But as I said, I also got jokes from my friend Dave Knapp, and I would love to tell your jokes too. So send in your jokes, folks, to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. That's jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. If I use your joke or jokes, I'm going to give you credit, as I just did. I just gave credit to Dave Knapp, gave credit to these guys, or guy, whatever it might be. I will give you credit for your joke, or jokes, because I'm very thankful, and I don't steal jokes, at least not intentionally. So yeah, send in your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny, and you know what would also be cool? You want to tell a joke? I would love it if you told a joke. And how would you do that? Well, you take your phone, well, assuming you're going to use your phone, you turn on the camera, you make sure it's the front-facing camera, so you're looking at yourself, hit video, hit record, and tell that joke, then email that joke to the same email address, jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And what I want to do, hopefully, is maybe get 10 people to tell 10 jokes, at least. And I can string those together, and one of these joke videos will be made up of jokes by just you folks. Jokes from you folks. I would absolutely love to do that. Now, if I've only got one or two, I would be happy to intersperse those in these joke videos. But no, I think that'd be cool if we do one of the joke portions of the video all from you. Send your jokes and recordings of yourself telling jokes, if you feel like you'd like to do that, to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Well, folks, I think I'm going to wrap up this video because I'm having trouble talking. Like I said, I feel fine. I'm just a little tired. But I've just to get to here, I think I've done about 25 quick edits, quick takes that I just haven't been happy with. And I don't know why. I just keep stumbling over my words. But I do have a couple of words that I'm going to try to get through. And if I stumble over them, I'm still going to say them. 650,000 folks in this funniest city of ours. You know, the funniest city on the internet, population, you and I, folks. Why do I call it that? Well, that number of people, that's larger than a lot of populations in a lot of cities around the world, right? So yeah, that's what we are. The funniest city on the internet, population, you and I. Funny people in a funny place, and we make people laugh all the time, my friends. And that is a fantastic thing. That's been the whole point of everything, you know, these groups. It's just to make people laugh. And boy, have we been successful. And we've been successful because of you, my friends. I just put the framework in place, but it would have been nothing without you and everything you share. And I got to say thank you for that. And thanks for making people laugh. And you're really good at it. And let's keep doing it. You know, at 650,000, I know it's going to sound greedy, but hey, let's shoot for 1 million. You know, I mean, if we don't hit 1 million, I'm very happy with what we are, because we got the best group in the world, friends. We certainly do. And, you know, it just makes me happy seeing what you folks share, seeing that we're making people laugh. It's a good feeling, and thank you for making me feel that way. All right, so I'm already talking in circles, so I'm going to absolutely wrap it up right now. I'm going to be here again tomorrow. Hopefully you're going to be here again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a couple of new people, but even if we don't, as I just said, you know, a few seconds ago, we've got the greatest group in the world, my friends. Just, you know what? All the love, and see you again tomorrow, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.